Hey Zach, when a rider comes in saying my chain's falling off, what do you tell them?
Well, that's a good question, Dave. So the first thing I like to do, when applicable, is examine their bike. What I'm looking for are worn down parts, adjustments that may be needed, and damage. Short of that, if the rider's complaining that when they pedal backwards, their chain is falling off, what I like to tell them is the way a derailleur, or the mechanical piece that actually shifts the chain up and down, is designed, it's not really meant to go backwards. So when you do that, what happens is the chain slacks up, and certainly even a small bump can cause that chain to fall off. In addition to that, another common one I get is the rider explains that I'm shifting going up or downhill and my chain is falling off. And that's because you should really be preemptive with your shifting. So before you hit that big hill or that big descent, make sure you're in the gear that you want to be in.
Hey Zach, when a rider's chain falls into the dropout, can we show them how to fix that?
Absolutely. So, folks, if you're met with this scenario here, where the chain is now stuck between what's called the dropout of the frame and your gear cluster, what you can do is depress what's called the cage of the derailleur like that, and you'll notice that the chain slacks up, and that's what we want. It's going to make this a little easier. Then with your other hand, you're going to have to work a little bit here, but then just loosen it up and set it right back on that gear that you were on before the chain fell off. So Dave, if a customer comes in and their chain is falling off of their chain ring, how would you show them how to fix that?
Great question, Zach. So what you're going to want to do, push the derailleur cage forward, then you will guide the chain back onto the chain ring teeth. You're going to want to release the derailleur and it'll be set.
So guys, if you have one of our bikes equipped with more than one chain ring, like on the Summit here, the only caveat to reinstalling the chain once it's dropped is to make sure that you install it on the gear in which it dropped. Then you're going to want to give the bike a quick test ride, test not only that gear combination, but all of your gear combinations and make sure everything's still working well. So our setup here illustrates what we call cross chaining, and that's when your chain is in the two extremes. So here we have it on the smallest sprocket, and in the front we have it on the smallest chain ring. This is bad for a few reasons. One is that it causes excessive and early part wear down. The other is that in this combination, your chain is very slack. So you're going to become a lot more susceptible to dropping chain on those small bumps.